In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify a couple of the attributes using JavaScript. So I'm using this program right here, the sample function with form and on-click event. In this program, what we have going on is you can see I have two form fields and then a button. And so the form fields are asking the user to enter numbers. Their type equals text. I've got IDs on each of them. And then the button on click calls this function calc values. So you'll come down to your script when the user clicks that button. The calc values function is right here, and this code then gets executed. So you see I have two variables, A and B. And I set A equal to document.getElementById. Notice that this is in error here. For num1, and I grab the dot value. So dot value is the attribute that's going to give me the value that the user entered into this field. So that value comes back. Let's say, for example, the user entered in 25. If the user enters in 25, that comes back here. Okay, so imagine that the 25 replaces this statement, and then 25 goes into A. So now A is equal to 25. And now B will equal the value that the user enters into the num2 field. And then I use the console to display the answer, which is A plus B. And notice I had to multiply by 1 each of those so that they're treated as numbers. Now, I wanted you to take this one step further. This is what we call a get function because it gets the value. Okay, I want you to try a set. Okay, so now a set, I'm going to add that just to this function again. Set a value. So setting a value then, let's say for example you want the answer to go into a p tag. So let's create a p tag, open and close, give it an ID, and call it answer. And this calculation, instead of sending it to the console, I'm going to put it into a new variable called answer. Okay, so now answer is equal to A plus B. All right, and so put answer up here as well. Okay, so you have a variable answer. A comes back right here and is added to B coming from here. Okay, so now you have an answer. It doesn't display anywhere on your page. You want to display it here. So a set, again, you use the document.getElementById. What this does for you is it says, go find inside my document the element with the ID, and in here we're going to say answer. Okay, it says go find that. And now change the content. Inner HTML changes the content. Change the content to whatever answer is. Okay, so now answer has a number. That number is here, and it's going to go into the inner HTML, which is the content here of this p tag. So try that, save it, and run it. And you can see, and there goes the p tag that gets created right there. I want to show you one other thing that you can do with similar statements. Let's see if it'll let me here. Okay, so this is a set for setting a value, right? You're changing the inner HTML, like I said, that changes the content. How about changing the styling? So now this is again called a set, but now you're setting styling. So grab the element you want first. Okay, so this is go get the element using its ID. The ID is answer, right? So this has to be exactly like you type it here. And now the attributes, right? So now it's style dot. What about the styling do you want to change? We can do one simple one, and we can just do color. Okay, so you can want to change the font color. What do you want the font color to be? So we can make this blue. Notice that it has to be in quotation marks. Okay, save that and refresh your page. Well, I'll just run it. And here I'll do the same thing again. And notice that the color is blue. I know it's hard to see, it's very small. But it changed the color to blue. So again, I go back to my code. And the difference here, this is a get because you're retrieving a value and you're putting it into a variable. This is a set because you're saying take this and put it here, right? And the here is the content. And in this case, take the blue and put it as the style dot color.